When you look beyond the western sky.
We turned it off. Yeah. Am I unmuted? Everything's all set. I don't have to touch anything. And then I go to what to make it live?
Wait a minute. It's already going. You're live right now.
Oh, guys, I'm live. Hey, what's up? This is Drew Farah with the Drew Review, and I'm actually here with David Teaspoon Hullett over here on the drums. I'm super excited to have him in studio. This is so awesome. And he's going to play a little bit, then we're going to talk a little bit, and just keep on going back and forth with that. So here's Teaspoon, and he's going to play to a track for you guys. So here you go. Dude, that was awesome. That was great. Yeah, man. So you can grab a spot right on the couch over there and grab a microphone and we can talk. Sweet. David Teaspoon Hullett, everybody. I know at home you're giving him a round of applause. That was sick. I hope the quality is good with the sound. We're trying to work it out so that it sounds the best. So if not, bear with us. We'll have him back then. But yeah, I've been anticipating this for a while, and it's great to have him on. So he's getting all set up here.
Check, check, check.
You good? You can hear yourself over
Buffalo, hello.
there? How's it going, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. So I actually just to give a little history, I played at the UB Battle of the Bands, I think maybe like a year or two ago, and I was playing in a Battle of the Bands, and Michael King Band went up after us. So my band goes up, we play, we got a good response, and then so Michael King's band goes up, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we're in the back just talking about our set, and I was just like, wait a minute, guys, listen, do you guys hear that? This drummer's ridiculous. Can you hear, like, it's tight, it's crazy, it's perfect. It's perfect. And I was like, and so I was talking to you, asking you all kinds of questions, and actually, it's kind of funny because you were a little bit reluctant almost to tell me all of the places and people you've played with, because you didn't want to, like, you know, get me all starstruck or something.
Oh,
but it happened. So you were telling me you played Black Eyed Peas.
Black Eyed Peas for 3 shows
Yeah,
in London. That was pretty cool. That was a freelance gig.
that's awesome.
So that was incredible.
How'd you get that?
Well, the thing is, with doing the music industry, especially being from Buffalo, which is like a big, small town, you know, you stay consistent, and, you know, you play different things. And what happened is, a guy who had me fill in to do a gig for him years ago, he remembered me. And that's the thing, is you don't know when you're going to get that call.
Right. Yeah.
And so I thought it was a prank when they called me, because it was early in the morning. You know, over there, it's like about a 5 to 6 hour
that's
difference in time. So they called me. It had to be 6 o'clock
In the morning.
in the morning, I think, here.
So
know.
I mean, are you up that early?
No,
or?
I wasn't normally this particular day. It was like, you know, who is this calling me? And it's from a strange, you know, it definitely wasn't in the United States. You know, they have a country code deal going on.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, maybe, you know, whatever. I answer the phone. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Is this David Teaspoon Hewlett? Hold on, you know my name. Who are you? 6 a.m. in the morning. I feel like, is this Jake from State Farm?
Yeah. What are you wearing, Jake, from State Farm?
Khakis.
Exactly.
So, it was the guy. He says, yeah, I'm calling you because I need you to. You have your passport? Is it current? And he's asking me all these personal questions that I haven't yet established who's this person.
Yeah, really? Oh, he went right into it.
So he's like, you know, I need you to play in London.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, cool. What's the itinerary? Send it over. I'm already all game.
Yeah.
And he says, it's for the Black Eyed Peas. And I'm like, shut up.
So that's
man.
when you thought it was the joke.
And like, come on, really? You called me 6 a.m. Is this like? And it was around April too, the beginning of April,
Okay.
a couple years ago. So I'm like, this is a
Coming
stupid
up
April
on the
Fool's joke.
anniversary.
I'm like, whatever. You come on, man. This is a good joke, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, no, seriously. He's like, I'm sending the music to you right now. This is not a joke. It's not a drill.
Oh, man.
What? No way. So now I'm completely wide awake.
Yeah.
You know, and
sure.
I'm just like, I'm amped. And he says, well, you got to learn. Here's the band arrangements. You have to learn them probably while you're on the plane, because we're literally going to need you to get off and come to dress rehearsal, like a sound check.
Sure.
And
just
then play.
right into the sound check.
Yeah.
Wow. So that was crazy.
It was the most unnerving moment of my life.
Yeah.
But, you know, I was making my little notes to go on stage. And although, you know, like when I get nervous, I get this little pounding headache.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to freaking just go to the bathroom by myself here on stage.
Yeah, man, I can't imagine. But okay, so top that. So you were just rattling off people you were playing with, like it was like, you know,
You want the list?
whatever. No, I was gonna get to the list, but tell me everybody, because I know some big names in there.
Did the Michael Jackson tribute tour of 2012. It was the actual original tour, which was directed by Robert Hyman. It was called the Ultimate Thriller,
Okay.
and that was a very cool experience. And Tony Castillo was the music director. He used to be the music director for Janet Jackson,
Really?
and that's a funny story, even how that happened too. But
Was it a similar thing or totally different?
it's kind of different. I was living in Orlando, Florida,
Right. Okay.
and I was doing some studio cuts in between Tampa, Florida, and DeLand, which is like close to Orlando.
Okay.
And I was doing this one session, and the guy comes from the second studio B down the hall, and Spanish guy. And he's just like, "Oh my God, man, what are you doing?" He's like, "You mind if I play with you? Are you done with your session?"
Uh-huh.
A strong accent.
Okay.
So he comes in, he starts to hit it on this Rhodes that was in the room, and we just started jamming. I have no clue who this guy is.
Uh-huh.
And at the end, he says, "I'm Tony Castillo. I'm Janet Jackson's music director, and you should come and audition. We're having auditions." He's like, "But you don't need to audition. Just come down." I'm like,
Dude,
"What?" So once again, another moment.
Yeah.
And this happened 1 year after another. So it was like,
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what to do with
In
myself now.
April.
Yeah. So, well, actually, that was the summer. So
Okay.
that was I went down there and auditioned for that, and it was all these people, like it was American Idol at the Amway
Oh, wow.
Amway
Really?
Amway Orlando Center before they built the new one that the
Mhm.
Magic play at.
Oh, okay.
And I'm standing in this giant line. There's no way that I'm going to get picked out of all these musicians, dancers, and
Yeah.
everybody else. Tony's off to a little back spot in the back of the room or the back of the arena, smoking like it's a door there.
Okay. All right.
And he's smoking. He looks, and we meet eyes at the same time. He goes, "Teaspoon, what are you doing, man?
Get out of line.
Get out of like, hey man, come on back here."
Uh-huh.
That's hilarious. And so
That's awesome.
that's my
man.
terrible Puerto Rican accent. Please don't.
No, I
Don't
think
judge
it's
me.
good.
Anybody that's from the West Side, I'm sorry.
We could tell. We could tell just by hearing it. If there was no camera on you,
All right.
we'd still be able to tell what you're doing.
So that's how that happened, and it was that. T.I. and Kendrick Lamar, which was a big show in Miami.
Wow.
That was pretty awesome too. Now my name has started getting circulated.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
Tony just like did me such a
Oh,
great
okay,
favor.
you did it.
He just started, you got to hear my boy Teaspoon, like I was his best friend.
Oh, okay.
He had me over his house, and we just hung
Really?
out and played. It was just really cool experience.
Yeah, he sounds like an awesome guy.
Yeah, he's still doing some pretty awesome stuff. And so from there, it sprung other gigs. Rafi Omida, who used to be the bass player for 98 Degrees,
Okay.
and he did also the Backstreet Boys too, when they were really at the top of their game.
So you're like once removed from Jessica Simpson also.
That would have been cool. Yeah, pretty much, right? So, that all happened, and it was just one thing after another, man. It's like the ball started really rolling down, and
Yeah.
I started doing stuff for record labels. I've been doing that since I probably was 16, but,
Sure.
it was just like, freelance studio musician work.
Yeah.
Come play this track, go play this, and I had a versatility to play, jazz, pop, rock, everything.
That is so cool, man. Is there anybody else on the list there?
Let me see. Eric Roberson, who's
Okay.
for the people that know a lot of neo soul, Eric Roberson's worked with Fonte, Ninth Wonder,
Okay.
Foreign Exchange.
And if you guys don't know who these people are, you got to Google it.
Please Google them. Awesome music. Foreign Exchange is there's a producer. His name is escaping me right now, but Nicolay. He's from overseas. There, I want to say
Nicolay. That's probably spelled differently than it's pronounced.
Nicolay.
Okay, no, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's an awesome producer too. He's done his credits are ridiculous.
See, that's just paid off from hard work and
Oh my God.
plugging.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
plugging, man. I'm a plugging machine, man. That's all I do.
It sounds like but it pays off when
Yeah.
first off you've got the skills to do it, and also you've got the hard work to back it up. It's more than talking the talk
Yeah,
in a
man.
big way. in a big
Yeah,
way.
because a lot of people, I don't throw nobody under the bus. I'm always encouraging local talent and everybody. I just want to see everybody do good. And the thing about Buffalo is we have so much great talent, but people hit a wall to me or a ceiling
Absolutely.
that stops them from
yeah.
achieving. And I'm like, no, you just keep at it. You will lose sleep.
Yeah.
I've been homeless twice.
Really?
Check that out.
In Orlando or in Buffalo?
I was homeless in Orlando and in New York City.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
What was that like? Well, you don't have to get into it if
That
you don't want to,
sucked.
but yeah, I mean that's the long and short of it, right?
When I went to
That's-
Orlando, it was an opportunity I was supposed to pretty much step right into and have everything pretty much provided. And the company had a lot of it was like a lesson establishment business. They had researched me from doing other stuff,
Okay.
and they said, "Well, we love for you to come here and teach and just do master classes and stuff." And
Mm-hmm.
everything kind of fell through. And so
Oh man.
it took me a while to get back to, I came down there thinking my place is going to be paid for.
Yeah.
I'm going to be great. Mind you, I have no family down there.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I had an aunt, but she passed before I moved there. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
it was like, oh my goodness. So I'm literally living on a street called Paramore where they had a homeless shelter.
Okay.
And I believe I had to go through that experience because I saw some things there that was really eye-opening,
Okay.
in terms of it really formed me to keep the hustle going.
Yeah.
There were people there that, I mean, they were really down on their luck, and some people just really were honestly down on their luck. They didn't do drugs or nothing. They just
Okay. Yeah.
they got into situations. Like, it was a guy that was there. He would just read his Bible every day,
Mhm.
and he was just a nice guy to talk to.
Yeah.
But the place was so dirty. It was incredible. I mean, it's like 150 people sleeping underneath almost like a gymnasium.
Okay.
And the roof was,
Wow.
shabby. And
So was this after you had really established a name for yourself as a drummer, like with Black Eyed Peas and
that all
Kendrick
came
Lamar?
after.
So if I'm just the way I'm thinking is just could you imagine being told by somebody when you were at that point
No,
that you would end up playing with those people?
not at all.
That's just like one of those crazy stories you make a movie out of where it's like, you just can't even imagine in
Right.
that situation doing what you've achieved now. And
Right.
that's awesome. And
It's scary. It's scary, but
It's scary when you're there, but I mean, just look at you now. I mean, what do you have going on right now?
Oh,
I
well-
mean, usually I'd ask that at the end, but I'm curious.
No, I just came back from a European tour with Groovology.
Right. We'll get into that after the
Yeah.
next set, but
Yeah, that was
so that's
very cool.
intense, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was
That's awesome.
4 cities or 7 cities, 4 countries.
Right. Yeah, I saw the lineup there on Facebook.
Yeah, pretty sweet. And I won't even get into that more until
Yeah. Well, wait. So, do you want to go over and play another song?
Sure, why not?
Okay, cool.
What you got up there?
It's up to you.
It's another one called
We got Funk Pop Grab and Go. And we
yes,
have
it says like a fusion-y.
Synthetic Fusion Grab and
Yes,
Go.
yeah,
That's
that's
the
good.
one you want. All right, guys. That's Teaspoon. He's going to get over there, back on the drums, so you guys can listen to another song. I hope that it's all good in your headphones when you're listening. So this one is headphones should be over there now. Those blue ones. Oh, we got them over here. Awesome. Turn the TV back over to Teaspoon. Thank you. That was like the bass line for Mommy's Kissing Santa Claus. Bow, 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 bow. All right, so let me start this up. Synthetic Fusion Grab and Go with David Teaspoon. Hewlett?
Yeah.
Hewlett, right?
Hewlett.
Hewlett. Is it Hewlett?
Hewlett.
Is there a W in there?
No, everybody thinks it's like Hewlett Packard, but it's not. It's
Okay.
Hewlett. It's French, actually.
Hewlett. French.
Yeah, I'm a French boy. What are you?
Okay. All right. I buy it with your Puerto Rican accent. I buy it. All right. Here we go. All right. No, that's awesome. I mean, your headphones are yeah.
They gave up.
The headphones gave up. But that was awesome, man. I can't get over it how easy you make it look. Like when you see a drummer go crazy, like on the drums, like doing crazy fill-ins and all that kind of stuff, like it looks a lot more dramatic. He's moving his arms and, you know, flailing his arms all over the place like crazy. You just got like your wrists are the only thing that moves, and it blows my mind. It's like watching like Eric Clapton's solo or something. He's just moving his fingers, and he's just standing there like he's like, you know,
like he's
thinking about something else. Yeah.
What is he gonna do tomorrow, man? What kind of breakfast is he gonna have?
Yeah, exactly. He's got that demeanor, and it's like when I watch you play, it's the same kind of thing. Like your wrists are just going so crazy fast, the things you're doing, and then the way that you play with timing and your fills are just like, they just seem so easy.
Oh man,
it's crazy.
Thank you, man.
It's not even a compliment. It's just, it is what it is. Like I'm just pointing out the obvious.
Yeah.
So
I try not to do too much. When I do some clinics, I do say the same thing. Like a lot of guys exert so much energy, which is good for like live shows and stuff, but they're tired out by the second or third song in because they done gave all of this. They gave out of themselves so much.
Right.
It's like running a marathon. You got to pace yourself.
Yeah.
So I play more from my wrist and even methods with the Moeller technique.
Yeah. And I like watching you play around with the hi-hat and the snare.
Yeah.
Like I've seen you, I don't know if you did it on accident. I'm assuming it's on purpose because you got that skill level, but were you like hit underneath the hi-hat?
Yeah.
Off the snare? That's my favorite thing.
Yeah,
I love watching that.
I do that a lot.
Is like is Buddy, do you like, what got you into jazz in that way? Like I know I listened to a lot of Buddy Rich growing up, and that's what I'm imagining because I watched him like a lot of DVDs, and he does tricks like that. But like what who did you listen to that got you on that path, that track?
Definitely watching guys like Buddy Rich, Steve Gadd was a very big influence for me because Steve would do stuff like that once in a while too.
Yeah.
A lot of the older guys like Steve and Peter Erskine, Gene Krupa.
Yeah, Krupa.
He would do stuff like that too. Louis Belson. You know, these guys were always doing these crazy hi-hat tricks.
Yeah.
Where they just, I mean, they could do almost a hi-hat solo alone.
Yeah. No, they like, really.
I mean, they were just doing stuff that was just blowing my mind. So, you know, I think everybody's influenced by somebody, and those guys, especially for that kind of jazz playing, just I wanted to do it.
Yeah, and to go back in the time, now that we're talking about influences, you might as well explain? I know you've told me in the past, but how you got Teaspoon as a nickname?
Now this is always a funny story because I'm a big guy. I used to play football, and
Okay.
you know, so when people meet me and I say, "Hey, my name is Teaspoon," with the most serious face,
Yeah, like you did to me.
they just look at me like, "What?
Right,
Your
right,
teaspoon?"
right.
No, I'm confused. So I've heard everything: teaspoon, ladle, tablespoon,
Teaspoon?
salad tongs, spork. I've heard a tea fork. People make up
Tea
stuff.
fork?
Like if I had a contest, I would
Tea
totally.
spork?
Yeah, you name it. I've absolutely heard it all. You're a bowl, man. You're a pot, teapot. So
Uh-huh.
when I was a kid, I used to bang on pots and pans with teaspoons. When I was a kid, like every kid
Yeah.
has banged on pots and pans.
Sure.
But I just did teaspoons because at the time I was a small little kid, and it was like
Which is hard to imagine, but
Right.
we've all been there, I guess, technically.
I was actually 9 pounds 2 ounces when I was born. So
That's big, baby.
yeah, I was a big baby.
Yeah.
And then when I grew up, teaspoon just kind of was a mild nickname. And then when I got to high school, everybody would call me Skinny Dave as like a play on words, like tiny, but he's a
Yeah,
big
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
So Skinny Dave, and then Teaspoon, and then after I graduated, and Teaspoon just kind of stuck. I even have a tattoo of it on my right arm.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's always a good conversational piece.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome.
Teaspoon, but you're like 300 pounds. Like, how does that work?
That's one of those perfect nicknames.
Yeah.
So, not to get too far off track, before the break, we were talking about your tour,
Mhm.
and you went all over. You played South by Southwest.
Yeah, just this
You
South
did
by Southwest.
everything. So, just tell us who you were playing drums for and your experience and how that all went.
Well, ironically enough, I just did was that you?
We He was closing a window or something, I think. I don't know.
That's what we'll call it.
You said you don't throw anybody under the bus earlier. I was listening to you say that.
No, I did South by Southwest with Chucky Campbell, which is ironically gonna be here, I think on I have the date, but he told me.
Yeah, with Noah, who just was in the corner over there making sounds.
So that was a perfect moment. By the way. I was like, wait, did I just hear that? That's awesome. Don't change. So Chucky, I'll probably be here with Chucky.
That's cool.
Because me and Chucky actually got to talking because he's worked with some people, and I was kind of on this thing where, I wanted to start my own band, and I wanted to be like the Roots. I want to be like the new future Questlove,
Yeah.
And Chucky was like, well, I like your idea, let's combine forces.
Okay.
And we've been doing that ever since. So my band is called The Faction, and Chucky is Chucky
Right,
Campbell.
yeah, it's Chucky Campbell, right? Yeah, I was going to make sure I said that. Chucky Campbell. I was checking him out on YouTube, and you've got a lot of links with him on your Facebook page. So you guys got to check that out. Make sure you check. There's you've got 2 pages. You got David.
I got the artist page.
Yeah, you've got an artist page and your own Facebook page,
Yeah.
but they're pretty similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just because that's what you do.
Yeah.
You network, you just put stuff up there, so that's good.
Yeah.
But you guys definitely got to check those out and like the page for sure.
Yeah, South by was freaking amazing.
Yeah, how was that? Who
we were there with legends, man.
that's
really
what I was going to ask
surprising.
you. Who'd you meet? Who'd you actually meet? Because I'm sure you saw a lot of people, but
yeah, Chris Rivers, who is Big Pun's son,
okay,
was there, and to me, he sounded a lot like his father.
Oh yeah,
he was there. A piece of Wu-Tang
really
was there. Ghostface was in the back hanging out.
Oh, he was just hanging out.
He was just hanging out. Well, and I think let me see, it was Ghostface, RZA, I want to say, and Ras Kass, and those members of Wu-Tang that people don't even know.
Yeah, yeah.
But
there's a
some of
lot.
the elite members were there too.
That's
so
really cool.
That was very awesome, and that was just a good time. Socrates, who's a underground legend from Toronto, Canada.
Oh, that's cool.
He's amazing, and he was there, and he had the show rocking. They actually had a whole Canadian room
Really?
dedicated to Canadian rap. It was off the chain.
Really?
Yeah.
So there's a scene outside of Drake coming out of.
right, and
That's
they
crazy.
and what's funny, Socrates says they show support to everybody. Drake
Oh, okay.
is like they can actually call Drake and say, "Hey,
Oh,
man,
really?
let's hang out," you know.
Yeah, Drake's cool like that. I'd like to
Yeah.
imagine.
Right? Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I haven't got to meet him yet, but
I'm sure you will.
yeah, I hope
You've
so.
got well, you're setting the connections that way.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it happen.
He's just as soon as he needs a drummer.
Yeah, hit me up, Drake.
Yeah.
You out there? Hit me up.
Yeah,
So-
man, that's awesome. So and then how did that turn into going over to Germany and Switzerland and
Well, then I joined Groovology in 2012.
okay.
They were looking for a drummer, and Walter Kemp and Bernard Kuntz are the leaders of that group.
Okay.
And they've been around since 07.
All
But they
right.
hadn't, and they already had put out another album called Unbridled, and they were doing some pretty awesome stuff as it was. But at the time, they were switching drummers, and they were, the other drummer was going on to some other stuff, and they
Oh,
asked
okay.
me would I like to join. I said absolutely. So
Nice.
joined with them, and we're connected. Actually, Bernard is Swiss.
Oh, really? He's
Yeah.
from there?
He's from
Oh, wow.
Switzerland.
Okay, cool.
So he can speak German and he can speak French.
Oh, that's
fluently.
so good. I was gonna ask you about that. Like, how did you communicate and everything? I'm sure everybody there speaks English. I have no idea. I'm from
Germany is-
Buffalo, man.
right. Germany is a lot more English speaking. When we got to France and Belgium, that's when it became difficult. 'cause
Yeah.
the French were like, I mean, they're just going in. And I'm gonna like make so many French people like hate me right now, but they would go, "Je peux te dire quoi? Est-ce que vous calez-vous?" And I'm like, yeah.
Dude, but you're French, man. That's what you're
I
telling
know,
me.
but I don't know none
I'm
of my
just kidding,
family.
I'm
There. It's
just-
terrible. And then the drinking age there is 16,
Really?
and it's because
my
cultural
gosh.
differences because
Sure.
they teach their young how to drink.
Wow.
So if 16,
Imagine that, teaching your kids responsibility.
right, and they don't have no big traces of alcoholism or anything.
I was like, alchemism.
Yeah, that's another
They got-
subject.
Dude, what were you guys doing over there? Turning like silver into gold and making potions. Harry Potter lives there. You and Professor Snape hanging out.
Yes, Harry Potter. So, yeah, that was a cool time, and we did Dortmund, Germany, Schaffhausen, Switzerland, which is right next to the Alps. Beautiful.
Oh, really? You
Oh,
were
yeah.
out there?
That was pretty
Now,
cool.
how did you find these places to stay? did
We just have our fan base like funded the entire
Really?
yeah.
You've got a good fan base out there.
Yeah.
Then,
Well,
because of
just from between them and our locals here in Buffalo who love our music.
really, they supported you in that way to get
Yeah.
a place
We
out.
raised $10,000
That's
off
incredible.
without coming out of our own pockets.
Oh, you know what? I think I saw that you had a Kickstarter.
Yeah, we had a
That's
Kickstarter.
great.
and-
so that went well, huh?
Yeah. So now it's like, we're approaching some things with record labels, and it's like, well, we funded this on our own pretty much. Our fans funded
Yeah,
this.
that's awesome.
So, it speaks a lot to the people who actually do love jazz fusion
Yeah,
and original compositions. So,
definitely. That's one way to feel love.
yeah.
Yeah, $10,000 worth of love is a lot more love
yeah.
than.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah. So let me see, Walter Kemp, Bernard Kuntz, and James Benders, who's actually a young student at Buff State,
Okay.
doing music. He's upright bass player.
So those people that supported you, or anybody really, is there any way that they can listen to anything you did out there?
Absolutely. Well, we do have a lot of video that we took out there,
okay.
and that's on the Groovology fan page.
How do they get to that? Groovology.
Yeah, they could just type in GRUVOLOGY,
Okay.
or you can go to groovologyjazz.com.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So check that out, guys. So how many videos do you think you have up there?
Oh my goodness!
Just a ton.
Yeah,
So you documented everything beyond.
Yeah,
like,
we're
the
actually-
shows.
Rich, actually have a videographer guy who's taking all of the footage and making a big thing.
Oh,
out of it.
really?
Yeah. So we have some clips in there, but
Oh,
the
that's
whole finished
great.
product is going to be out. And
So what are you gonna do with that? Are you gonna sell that, or are you just gonna
we're just
have
going to
it
give
up
it. We're
there?
just going to be available to everybody to see. you
Cool.
know,
And you'll have that on the website as well.
yeah, absolutely.
So now, how do you determine? Have you run into any situations where Chucky Campbell and Groovology or somebody else wants to do something at the same time?
I haven't run into that yet, but It's
Now
not.
that I said it, oh no, man, I
But
I
you
hope
bring
I
up
didn't jinx
interesting
you.
Points.
Yeah.
No, that actually would
knock
be.
on wood there.
No, that actually might be cool though. I mean, we're so out there,
Mhm.
but the two forces are so different at the same time because Chucky, we got live horns going on with that. Naheem Shabazz and
Yeah,
Emilio.
I saw that. I saw you guys rehearsing.
Yeah.
Somewhat looked like upstairs in a house or something like that. I don't know exactly.
It was a rehearsal space on the east side, actually, guys.
Dude, that was so cool. I
Yeah.
love because I'll tell you what, when I have somebody on the show, I do research.
Right.
Like I
Yeah,
really
see
look
you
at
do, yeah.
everything.
That's pretty cool.
And because I'm not gonna just have you on here and do generic crap.
Yeah.
I'll be authentic with you and give you my opinion and ask you questions that people that already know and follow you might want to know more about.
Right.
So yeah, everybody just seems really cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Everybody's very awesome guys.
yeah, like they seem like good guys to work with, and
I
it
went to
looks like
school
a
with
good
them,
time.
actually.
Oh, really? Is that how you met him?
Emilio that plays trumpet, Emilio Varela.
Right.
He's a performing arts alumni.
Oh, really?
And Naheem Shabazz, he's actually an alumni from like '98.
Really?
Yeah, so it was like the moons aligned. It just worked out,
Yeah.
and they really believe in me, and I think that's awesome of them too. So
Yeah, I think
It's a brotherhood,
I think
man.
everybody believes in you, man. And if they don't, and you got haters, just watch them play the drums, man. I mean, come on, it doesn't. You don't even need to go anywhere past that.
yeah,
You don't even have to get to know you. I mean,
I'm a very humble guy. Matter of fact, Naheem says I'm humble to a fault. Because,
yeah, I'd say so. Just talking to you,
Yeah.
I'm starting to realize that.
yeah.
Yeah, man, you've got if you had a resume. I mean, do you have? I mean, geez, the amount of things you've done, the people you've played with. I mean,
Yeah, Sony.
that's up there. I mean,
Yeah, I've done a lot of stuff. Stuff that I can't even go back and count over. Stuff with Sony. They had an artist named Misa
okay.
that I was working with up there. So with Sony Records, I'm working on a project now with Jamie Gazelle, he was actually like an '80s rock guy,
Oh, okay.
and he has some success, and now he's doing some stuff to put back out with Universal Records. So I'm working with them
Really?
right now as well.
So can you switch your styles like that? Like
Oh, yeah.
on a dime like that, you could just turn it on to rock and or you
Yeah,
know.
I love it. I mean, that's the one thing I never grew up listening to just one form of music.
Okay.
And
yeah.
I owe that to my parents because they just had everything,
Yeah.
I mean, they had a little bit of jazz mixed with you could see jazz on the floor on a record. My dad had tons of records. So
That's cool.
you'll flip it over and it's like this guy who was born in Arkansas, Little Rock, turns over and has a Zeppelin album. It's like,
Yeah, that's
really? And then he has a Beatles. It's like, I had everything.
Do you have all those records?
I don't.
No?
Because after my father passed, we had a hard time finding a lot of stuff, and we
Oh,
moved.
okay.
It was transitional. It was so painful.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
But, I mean, not even painful as in his death, but as
Any
it
of
was
it,
just
anything
trying to find all
connected
of his
to
stuff.
it. Yeah. Anything connected
So
to a loss is always
music everywhere.
compounds out.
So
Yeah.
I could go from rock to jazz to fusion to. I played in an Irish band.
No, you
Yes, I
didn't.
did. I promise.
What was the name of the band? I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I'm just imagining
did.
you in like a pub
And it was Irish,
with like
like war music, like dun, 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 is that what the hell? And it was
where is this music so I can listen to it?
I did
Oh
it. I
my
did that.
gosh.
There's a venue on South Side called Hop In,
Okay.
and
What was the name of
he's
the
gonna
band
kill
you
me
played
for,
with?
for forgetting his name.
Oh, I'm sorry to put you on the spot.
Oh no,
like
it's
that.
okay. Oh my god.
You'll think of it.
Oh, I can't remember. But the guy that runs the place there, he would always have this guy here, and he even had an album called Makes No Sense. I can't even remember.
You remember the album
I
name?
can't remember the guy. Help me out. I'm so sorry. He's probably listening. He's gonna hate me. But I came in there to do a regular gig for a totally different band because I was feeling it's a drummer here named Mike Caputi.
Okay.
And Mike does a lot of things, and he's an older guy. And he says, I need you to cover a gig for me. He said, but it's like Irish fight music. That is a call. My son.
Somebody
You have
is
a Skype
calling
call?
in. Yeah,
Oh,
somebody's
sweet. I didn't know you
somebody's
did.
calling in. Hey, what's up? You're on there with Teaspoon and Drew. Who's this?
Are you caught in a hurricane?
All right. Thank
They
you,
hung up.
caller. It's the wind. It was God.
Sounds like
Sounded
he's
windy.
Yeah, it
Sounded very
sounded windy. Sounded like possibly a pocket dial. Possibly.
You guys are on speed dial. That's amazing.
Yeah. So somebody's speed dial, or it sounds like God has called you a few times in your life here. Maybe
right.
maybe that's a sign. You got some more things coming, or that guy who has the bar that you can't remember his name. That was just like his silent way of threatening your
I will
life.
find you.
He's just breathing into the phone.
I won't forget you.
Even though you forgot me.
It'll be Kane from WWE.
Yeah, exactly.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so
I didn't know you were taking calls there. That's amazing.
yeah. So people call in. Actually, we get all different kinds of calls. We get crane calls. We get people, threatening Teaspoon's life.
Hey, that's fine.
So
If they
I've
see
had
me
my
in
life
person,
threatened.
I'm sure they won't
What's
want to
that?
fight me. You said you had your life threatened?
Yeah, oh, sure. Plenty of times. 716-402-4218. Call with your death threats now.
Noah Goki.
That is hilarious. I can body slam them though. That's cool.
Yeah, man. Or you could just do some rudiments on his face with
Yeah.
like some sticks. You won't even have to move your body. You could just do your wrist.
It's it's a video online that this guy we were playing it for the Lewiston Jazz Festival, and we're playing in a barbecue spot there, and the guy says, "Hey man, do a solo," and it's actually you get caught on camera. It's hilarious, and he says, "Oh my God, he's not even moving." They're so drunk, but it's the funniest thing ever.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's the first thing that pops out when you watch you play is like, is he really playing? Is this like green screen stuff going on? Like, what's up?
That's what it
It's
is.
crazy.
It's all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were talking about that Irish thing, but I wanted to, before I forget, ask you about, because I remember seeing you on the news.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was like a year ago, I think, maybe.
About-
and
yeah,
you
almost
had
two.
the Fresh Notes organization.
Yeah.
right?
Wow. You really do.
Yeah, man. No, I'm serious. Yeah. So, how did that start? When did it end? Did it end?
Fresh Notes is still going. I'm still trying to secure my 501c3 for nonprofit
Okay.
status. My parents actually, when I was 11, purchased me a drum set, but
Okay.
they purchased me a set, and it was like at the time those sets were so expensive.
Mhm.
Now you can get a set little or nothing, but
Yeah.
at the time it was like $600-700 for the whole package, and they
Oh, wow.
actually foregone their mortgage payment to pay for my drums.
You must have been really good on the pots and pans, dude.
So,
Wow.
so up to that point I had played in other people's sets or gone over their house.
Okay.
And so they invested in me, and we actually got the set from Music City, right next to Gloria Parks.
Oh, okay.
And then somebody turned around and like gave them an envelope and said, "I just wanted to bless you." And come to find out, it was the same amount of money that they spent for my drum set.
Wow.
So that's where the Fresh Nose idea come from, is that I wanted to actually start getting a status going so I can help other kids who have talent.
Mhm.
Just maybe they can't afford the instruments.
Sure. Which
know.
is very common. Yeah.
Right. And just give it to them. So what happened was, before I was even thinking about starting an organization, I had like a sketch of it in my mind, but it hadn't come to fruition.
Mhm.
And I'm sitting at work one day, and Robbie Takehack from the Google Dolls,
Yeah.
says, we got this story where this kid, his charter school programs were cut in Pinnacle, and we don't know what's going to happen with him, and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, okay. I said, he said, well, can you give him some free lessons or set him up with some lessons? I said, oh yeah, not a problem.
Can't say no to Robbie in Buffalo.
You just can't. So when he told me about that, I said, okay, that's cool. And then I thought to myself, after I seen the story, I said, he was banging on this little drum that was like something you would get from like First Act from Walmart or something.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, does he even have a whole set? Come to find out, kid didn't even have a set.
Wow.
And the story that they don't tell on the news is that the little boy who was 8 years old at the time had just, been a part of, his brother was actually part of gang violence and was murdered in a
Wow.
city the summer before. So, and I think his brother was only 16 or 17 years old.
Wow.
So now set before this kid is two paths, to either, go down the dark road.
Dude, I literally have chills.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It was insane how that all worked out. And, here's this other path where he wanted to be a professional drummer. And God knows I didn't have $600 just to give away. But when I saw the story, it just touched me so much. And I didn't even know how, it just popped to me how my parents blessed me.
Yeah.
And so I said, okay, well, be a blessing to somebody else. So I gave $600 to the Guitar Center and said, hey, help me put together a package to give this kid.
Wow.
And so the kid had no idea. I had no clue that the news was going to cover it and all this other stuff.
Which makes the story so much better.
I was just going to do like the silent thing and say, here you go.
Mhm.
And next thing you know, they wanted to do a story on it. And we did a big reveal live and gave him the set and some sticks. And the kid was just ecstatic. And now I just found out recently that he's been accepted to performing arts.
Really?
His freshman year of high school. Yeah.
Dude, I would high five you over the soundboard right now.
Yeah,
That
it's pretty
is
sweet.
awesome. How does
So-
that make you feel to know that?
It just, we have enough murder and violence that happens every year. And I'm another kid that came from, I was a good kid, but it was one point where I was turned around too and heading toward the wrong direction. So
Okay.
for this kid to, be diverted, because now, you've pretty much witnessed your brother get murdered in the street,
That's so tough.
at 8 years old.
I can't even imagine, man. And he probably looked up to his brother.
Right.
I mean, everybody does, right? I mean, most of the time. I mean,
Right.
that's the way it goes.
So to see all of that happen, and then he, I was just in the right place at the right time to be, to give a gift to him. And so that just made me feel good just to know that I was able to do something, which then inspired me to get back on the ball with trying to get the organization going.
Yeah.
To, I want to pretty much be like the prize patrol. How the prize patrol would just show up with the money and knock on your door with a check?
That's right.
I just want to show up and get like letters from kids up to like 14, 15, 16, the ones that are at risk, but they have a talent or even something. And,
Yeah.
dear Teaspoon,
Yeah.
I've been playing drums for yada, yada, yada. And, and to do like a big reveal and
That's
then
so cool.
give
dude.
them, just give them an instrument.
You've
Why
got
not?
a good the difference is when you have a cool idea like that or something really when you have an idea like that, you actually get it done.
I want to make sure it's done.
For sure you actually get it done. Instead of like I don't know if you've ever heard that Louis C.K. bit where he's on the plane and he won't give his seat up to the military guy.
Yeah.
Like he has the idea, but when you have an idea that's great like that, I mean, you go for it.
And I operate with other stuff. Like, I did an event called Shed to Be Fed back in 2011.
Okay.
And it was a clinic that we did that gave the proceeds. Well, everybody came in with a can and they got a free pair of sticks.
Oh, that's
and we
awesome.
donated all the food to, around November, around Thanksgiving, to the West New York Food Bank. So,
Do you have an iPhone?
No.
Okay.
Why?
Because I'm gonna start using the Black Santa Claus emoji, and I'm gonna think of you every time when you call. It's gonna pop up as the Black Santa Claus emoji. If you have an iPhone, you know what I'm talking about.
Black Santa Claus, great.
You can choose like different races of Santa Claus. It's like white, yellow, black. So anyway,
Black Santa Claus. That's great.
That's gonna be you.
And so, like, we do this thing, and I was trying to get it done every year, but I couldn't find a place to host it. But now, Music City, which was the original place that I got my set,
right.
we're gonna have the second, second annual.
Oh, okay, that's
Shed
awesome.
to Be Fed
Do you
in
have
November.
Oh, in November?
Yeah,
That's so cool, man. You excited about that?
Yeah,
I'm
it's gonna
sure
be
you
very
are.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
trying
so
to
cool,
pack
man.
that place out. So,
Dude, that's so cool. You got so much going on. I love it. I'm so glad I had you in.
thanks, man.
Do you want to play one one more song, and then we'll come over back to the mics and wrap it up.
Why not? Yeah,
Is that cool?
sure. I'm fine.
All right, let's do that. We got Teaspoon in the studio. This is the Drew Review, and this has been an awesome show. We're going to have him play one more song here. Marbles or...
Marbles is actually Groovology tune.
Oh, like a finished tune?
Yeah, I'll do a real pocket kind of tune. It's called
Funk pop grab and go?
yeah, that might be it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not even gonna be. It's not even flashy. It's more of like a pocket kind of what I teach people about the pocket.
Okay, so if you guys couldn't hear him, he was saying this is more what he teaches people, the kids, for like pocket presence on the drums. Basically, right?
It's groovy though.
Groovy,
Yeah.
being in the pocket,
It's fun.
which in a football sense is like staying in the pocket, but in a drum sense, it's like sitting still while your wrists are going crazy. All right, guys. This is Teaspoon with Pocket Presence.
1, 2, 3, 4.
awesome. Oh wait, I'm muted. No. Hello. There we go. Now I can hear myself. All right, that was awesome, man. Dude, I love the way you play with time signatures.
I was
Turn the
actually
screen
trying
back
not to
over.
that time, but it was just
Really? No, man, that sounded good. I like the way it came out. Really.
trying to stay pocket.
You know what I was thinking, like Carter Buford, is that his name?
Yeah,
Yeah, with Dave Matthews.
yeah.
I remember when I was learning how to play drums, I used to watch a lot of him.
Mhm.
He put out some DVDs, and not really your style sounds like him, but the way that you do the time signature changes,
Yeah,
I love it. Like you're right in the middle of a song.
yeah.
I like that.
I like actually Carr is one of my influences too.
Yeah,
He put out some good stuff with him and Marcus, or not Marcus Miller, but him and Marcus Miller did something before too. But God, what's his name? Victor Wooten.
Victor Wood.
Yeah, Wooten. They did some stuff together.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And do you not know who Victor Wooten is?
Nope, not at all.
my
I'm being honest with you.
I'm gonna have to bless you.
Well, you're gonna.
You know who Victor Wooten is? No.
Well, everybody knows him except for me. So, but I could have lied to you.
Dude,
No, I'm
Victor
not.
Wooten will blow your mind. Like seriously. And what's funny is the connection to Buffalo is his brother Joseph Wooten.
Okay.
Joseph Wooten's manager stays here in Buffalo. Linda Appleby,
Okay.
which is it's so many connections from that. Linda Appleby's daughter is Zuri Appleby.
So here we go down the rabbit hole, guys.
Plays the bass for Michael DeSanto down there at the they have Neo Soul Tuesday, which is a band I helped start it with Mike.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look him up. I'm just being
Yeah.
honest with you.
Yeah. It's cool stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah. Victor is the man. He will blow your face off. All your eyebrows will
Cool.
just melt off your face.
Which will be good because I'm trying to go completely bald. So
Yeah,
I don't
I'm-
want any
I'm
more
there.
hair.
I actually had to shave today.
Yeah, you're looking fresh, man.
I know. I usually have a beard, but
Yeah, last time I saw you had a beard. Now,
I just shaved today because my part-time job when I'm not gigging
mhm.
got brought out by another company, and they said, "Well, the new policy is you have to shave all your face off." I'm like, no.
Was that with your boss who had a beard?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know what? It was just
Yeah,
funny.
I would. Yeah, I bet he does have a beard. You have to shave your face.
I'm
David.
like, why? I don't even. I'm an exterminator. That's my.
It's ridiculous.
Exterminated
We don't
by
want. We don't want any hair getting on the bugs.
All right. I'm like, come on.
That's so annoying.
So hopefully, whether they're listening or not, I'm
Oh,
probably
yeah.
I'm working on connection so I can just quit and just not do that ever again. Just do music.
It sounds like you're on the right path, man.
I'm headed there, man. This
You're
has been the
hanging out-
biggest year of my life so far. It's been pretty awesome.
Which is good because I don't know. What are we in the first quarter still?
Yeah. Well, I know it's crazy. We're
Yeah.
not even out of April yet.
Yeah.
So
This is cool. Yeah, it's good,
South
man.
by Southwest and a European tour. I'm stoked already.
Yeah. Yeah.
If nothing else happened this year, I won.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it, man.
Yeah.
And you know who Victor Wooten is, so and you know him, and you got a band started with his. I'll have to listen back to get the whole chain. But
yeah.
I'll learn it.
Don't
I'll
worry.
learn it.
You can call me and we'll work it out for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So listen, man, I wrote down every single thing I could find that you did and you played with. You know what my favorite video though was Historic Colored Music Club.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've been a member since I was 14.
Dude, that video was crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody that played on that video, it wasn't a super long video,
Yeah.
but everybody blew my mind.
Yeah.
I mean,
everybody's crazy.
every part was like perfect. It's all perfect, but everybody's just jamming. It just sounds
Yeah.
like everybody's just jamming, having a good time, just loose and just jamming. I mean, there's no other way to say it, but it's perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, what's it like playing with those guys?
It's
Or
pretty
growing
cool.
up, I mean, you've been doing it since you're 14. So
Yeah.
growing up with those guys, what was it like having them kind of be the standard, be the bar, setting it that high?
It was pretty cool because at 14, I wasn't old enough to really go to no places by myself to
Mhm.
experience music unless it was like church related.
Right.
I was gigging out when I was 8, and my dad had to go with me. because
Really?
I couldn't.
You were gigging out when you were 8?
8 years old.
What were you playing? Irish
Drums.
bars, man. When
No,
you're
I was like, I'm not, once again, like not even trying to blow no smoke
cut
or
it with
anything.
the humble stuff, man. Tell me what you did when you were 8.
I've been back and forth to Toronto because my father had friends there,
Okay.
and so my dad would take me to Toronto
Oh,
and
that's
kind of
so
just like let me play. And these people were like, "Who is this kid playing?" I was beyond my years.
Dude, your dad sounds like he was awesome.
When he was pretty cool. He was a
Yeah,
pretty cool
man.
guy,
Like
man.
he's got like a box full of awesome records, people you've never heard, and he's
right.
playing he's getting you in drums at a super young age. He's paying like crazy money he didn't have to get you
Right.
on the drums. Like I wonder how early he saw, like, okay,
Yeah,
this
I know him.
this kid's legit. Like I need to get him
it's
going.
crazy. Like I was 3 when I started, and I was 4. My mom used to make trips back and forth to California because her sisters lived there,
Oh, okay.
and they used to have like this California radio station for like churches that they would have their services on that station,
Oh, all right. Yeah.
and they had a section. I was 4, and I could barely reach to everything, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And they just let me go, and they like gave me this whole solo. It was like on radio as it was happening. It's pretty cool.
Dude, so how did you learn rudiments? Like when you were 3 years old,
I didn't understand nothing.
that's what I'm saying. Like, so you were just born with a gift. It's just that
It
you're
was a gift,
prodigy,
man.
prodigy,
Oh, man.
prodigy all the way.
It was a gift. I have no other explanation for it other than it being like God. Like, and whether you don't believe in a higher power or not, like, you know, that stuff like that is just a miracle. It's just,
Yeah, no, that is, man. That's crazy. There's like the rhythm part of your brain is just
it was
swollen.
there, you know. And ever since I was a kid playing at 4, you know, I was just beating on everything. Every time I got a chance, you know. And YouTube, mind you, none of that was out yet.
Right.
No.
That's what I was gonna say. I saw.
I'm 30. I was born in 84, so
Yeah.
you
Wow.
know, when I was 4 years old, it was 88.
That
So-
must have been so crazy.
My way of listening to stuff was just, you know, you would get videos
Mhm.
where the live bands are playing, and you get to see them do what they do. You know, YouTube didn't come around to around
Like 2000.
the 2000s.
Yeah, like,
with
for real.
MySpace and everything else that was launching off around that time.
That's so crazy, man. That's so cool. Yeah, I remember watching a kid play drums crazy on YouTube, like Tony
Oyster, yeah.
Oh,
12.
yeah. I remember watching. I've seen that. I watched that video, 100 times, man, because it would blow my mind. Like this
Yeah.
little kid doing all that stuff with double bass pedal. Which, by the way, you don't have a double bass pedal, and the stuff you do with your foot is like crazy. No, it's actually crazy. Like,
I play Hill Down.
yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah,
Come on.
I'm so serious. My
Your heels down. You're not even on your toes doing that.
yeah, I'll show you when we, you know, when we're over. I'll show you.
Yeah.
And the muscle that's right here
Mhm.
under the ball of your foot has gotten so used to playing like that now I could get some just crazy action without even lifting my foot off the pedal.
Do you have to stretch that? Like, do you
No,
do that?
It just I think over time, because I'm kind of like a Jojo Mayer. Like Jojo Mayer studies the mechanics of how the wrist flicks and stuff. So I started trying to understand why my muscles do that, and it's just repetition. You work a muscle so much that it just
Sure.
becomes strong enough to do whatever. So I go well beyond the means of what I can do with a double. I can do a lot of things that make people what?
Yeah, at home I was showing my wife a video of you doing double bass pedal work, and she was just looking at it, and like she teaches dance to kids, so I was like trying to explain to her how crazy it was what you were doing. I was like
Mhm.
trying to put it in terms of like a tap dancer
Yeah,
because it's just nuts. It's actually crazy
and a lot of
I
guys
mean-
they're surprised because they play hill up to get the action that I
to get
out
your
of it.
toes, yeah,
Yeah.
going, yeah.
I haven't even tried it before.
You've never tried it,
No,
dude? Could you imagine
I
if
feel
you're
so
doing like
uncomfortable.
crazy, you're doing like crazy stuff, like you switch over to your toe one time just
Yeah.
to try it and you're going nuts
That
all
would
over
be-
the place.
yeah,
that would be
that
so
would be
funny.
sweet.
Don't
I'm gonna switch my style up.
yeah,
today.
don't sweat. Yeah, maybe just try it though when nobody's looking.
Yeah, I mean, I've put my foot on it to see if I would even get an action. It don't feel the same.
It's a different muscle.
Yeah.
It's like the front, like there's like a muscle on your shin.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And that's the muscle. And I think that's why most drummers use your toe, right? Because it's just a bigger muscle.
Yeah, I think they just, yeah. And even with double bass players, a lot of them play heel up because doing some of those syncopated rhythms, especially if you're doing like deathcore stuff like that, and you got to go really fast with you're doing eighth notes and 16 notes with.
Right. Yeah, like hi-hat work, except with your
Right.
foot. Yeah.
Yeah. So, that becomes.
Have you ever played any of that kind of music?
I've never done any of that.
No.
That's the one thing. That's the one genre I haven't touched, which actually I wouldn't mind touching.
Yeah, I bet you'd be.
Because
you'd
I'm just
be crazy.
curious.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just want to try to say I can do it.
Yeah, maybe not even starting off like getting into it with a band or anything, but just like
I like certain
playing
people,
with it.
like Animals as Leaders.
Mhm.
It's a band called Panzarella. I'm into some of that stuff too, because some people say it's all junk and screamo. Just
Well, that's the people that listen for lyrics.
right.
You know
But
what I
it's some cool stuff that they do that's just like they go up
Well,
and
it's
down
crazy.
scales.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sweeps on the guitar with the double bass pedal matching it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They're doing all types of circle of fifth stuff or even melody, like low cream mode, Mixolydian. I mean, they're just going through they're just doing some crazy scale stuff,
Yeah.
even with the guitars.
Yeah.
And the rhythms just coming behind it, polyrhythmic. It's just crazy. It's
Mhm.
just
Who's that drummer?
Portnoy.
Yeah, right. Mike Portnoy.
I like Portnoy, but I'm definitely more of a Thomas Lang, or even I forget the drummer's name from Slipknot, but he's freaking awesome too.
Yeah, yeah.
Even Tommy Lee.
Yeah, Tommy. I mean, I'm trying to think of what band was at Darien Lake this year opening for Avenged Sevenfold. It was either
The Dream Theater?
Korn or Slipknot. I can't remember which one it was.
Might be Korn.
I don't know. I can't remember which one
I
it
thought I heard
was.
somebody say that they were here.
It was
but I could be
probably
wrong.
Korn. No, probably. I can't remember which one
Yeah.
it was. But just watching those drummers for Avenged Sevenfold and Korn or Slipknot, I can't remember which one it was. But it's just, I'm a music fan. I listen to
Yeah,
everything.
me
I'll
too,
go
yeah.
to any show. I'll even go to a country show. I
I'll
mean,
stick out everywhere,
I
man.
won't play it on my own in my car or something like that. But
I like
I'll go.
country,
Yeah,
man.
I'll go, man. I'll go to a show. I'll listen to something if somebody says it's good for sure.
I like
And-
old country.
Yeah. Oh well, old country is like country. Now it's like
It's really poppy now.
generic. Yeah, radio songs about trucks. You
Right.
know what I mean? But yeah, man, that's cool to know because some people that aren't prodigies, they get stuck. You know what I mean? You play one style and you wouldn't be able to rock out playing a different style,
And that's what studios like when you can play everything.
Yeah.
So the worst compliment somebody can give me is calling me a gospel drummer or a gospel chopper.
Who calls you that?
Oh God,
You get that?
all the time because
Is it from mainly just religious people or
no,
from
it's
everybody?
from everybody. Because
Really?
because
Why?
it's become such a fad of a style now.
Uh-huh.
Because you got your people like Thomas oh gosh,
You're giving me too much homework. I got to
was-
study too many people.
like all of these Thomas Pridgen
Okay.
is another guy. He used to play for forget it, I'm giving you too many names. So
No, it's all right. It's all right. It's good. It's good for my my history lessons I'm going to do because I'll listen back to this and study everybody you told me.
yeah,
But,
it's like all this different stuff they play is, or what they consider to be a gospel chop.
Okay.
There's a lot of like triplet grooves or a lot of or triplet fills at a fast pace, rate of speed, or a lot of singles. So it's like it's nothing that to me would establish it to be gospel choppy. It's just that people like Aaron Spears and different guys that played for Usher and this, that, and the other. And like
Okay.
they're guys that, do this style and they say, oh, that's gospel chops. So now when you apply what I do to a set, they think that it's all the same thing. Oh, that's gospel choppy, man. I want to learn that gospel drumming. And I'm like, I hate you so much.
I would never say that about you.
I play
man.
jazz and it's like they want to say gospel choppy.
Is it people that are musically literate that say you're gospel choppy?
Some of them are.
Really?
which even hurts my feelings even
Yeah, I
worse.
was gonna say because if
Like,
they're
what are you
not
saying?
musically literate, then you could take that.
Yeah, I
grain
could
of
kind of
salt.
wink at it.
Yeah,
you know,
like yeah,
but-
yeah, man. That's probably the only music you listen to. It's probably what you're used to.
Right.
But yeah, man. I think it's getting to that point where we actually have to wrap it up. We've gone over an hour, which
Oh,
is
that's
awesome. Yeah, it's
Sweet.
good, man. This has been an awesome show, and I'd love to have you back at some point
Yeah,
because
that'd be cool.
this is awesome. So what's coming up? What's next with Teaspoon?
Well, I have a South Park reunion show that I'm not even a student of South Park,
Okay.
but the person that's running the band is Benjamin Boyer, who's a Hutch Tech teacher, and he was actually my first teacher of performing arts.
Oh wow.
So he got in touch with me. I haven't played with him in 15 years, and since I was a kid,
Mhm.
and he actually played drums for them. So we're doing a show over at Adams Mark Hotel.
Oh, that's
May 2nd,
awesome.
and that's going to be at 8:30 May 2nd.
Write it down, guys.
Yeah.
Cool.
And every Wednesday, I play at Groove Lounge, which is over on Broadway and Lathrop.
Okay.
And that's we do smooth jazz there with Kevin Hall, who's a saxophonist.
He's the main guy, Kevin Hall.
Yeah,
He sings and plays saxophone, or is
He-
it just
he
jam?
it's more like jam saxophone,
Okay.
and we embellish and do all types of crazy.
That's so
foolishness.
cool, man.
So it's a great place to come, like during Hump Day.
Yeah, yeah,
you want to
man.
get out of work and just have a martini.
Yeah,
and
that
then
sounds
listen to
good.
some good music and go home. Get some.
So what's the
wings.
place called again? And
It's
where's the
It's called Groove Lounge. It's 1210 Broadway.
perfect?
And it's not a bad people like, oh no, it's the east side, I'm scared. But it's not. It's a
No,
pretty
that's
cool
good to hear,
place.
man.
Nice place, nice environment, nice people. And
Cool.
it would be something you would enjoy.
All right, guys. Well, that was David Teaspoon Hewlett.
Yep.
Hewlett.
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 Hewlett. That I got to think French.
Hewlett.
Hewlett. Hewlett.
There you go.
All right, there we go. So, guys, yeah, wave it off. I'm can't thank you enough for stopping by, and I really appreciate it. This has been awesome. Make sure that you guys tune in when Teaspoon comes back with Chucky Campbell. It'll be Chucky Campbell in the Faction. He'll be on Noah's show, Noah Goki, and I don't know the exact date on it, but tune in and check out the All Western New York Radio website, and you probably be able to get the dates on there on the calendar.
GrooveologyJazz.com.
GrooveologyJabs.com. Is TeaspoonDrums.com still up?
No, it's actually being revamped.
Okay, that's being revamped.
But
Stay tuned
Facebook.
for that. Facebook him.
David
He's got,
Teaspoon Hewlett.
can't get that wrong because he's got 2 Facebook pages. He's got 2 Facebook pages for you guys to check out. Thanks for tuning in. Awesome, guys. This has been the Drew Review. So say that 10 times fast. That was 3.
Yeah, that's it.
I expect better. You got to get that that muscle working. All right. Bye, guys.